What up, YouTube? Dark Dub coming at you with a seagrass slash coral farm. I got to thinking that, I might need one of these things with all the coral fans that my last mob farm uses. And so, yeah, I looked at a simple one. I looked at a big one. The big one was like, what am I going to use that for? And the little one, well, there were a lot of issues with it. So I took what I saw there and I made this little guy. Yeah, let's make it. Actually, before we make this, we're going to go ahead and show you how to harvest from it. Come over and you can change the speed with this repeater. I like to have it at 3, but you can have it at 1 if you want. The slower this runs, the more you're going to conserve your bone meal, which this can take a lot of. You're going to want silk touch on whatever you use. I'm going to show you the difference between shears and just anything else with silk touch. And in survival, the chest is empty. I'm going to come over here, turn this on, and we're going to hit it with our pickaxe. Now it looks to me like the seagrass isn't giving us anything, whereas it looks like the coral is. Okay, so after a moment or so, turn this off, hit it some more, and this is what it gives us. Rain coral, coral fans. Yeah, so it looks like no seagrass with that. If we go with our silk touch shears, turn that on and start hitting them, and it gets seagrass too. If you just use shears and it's not got the silk touch on it, then from what I've seen, you're only going to be getting seagrass and not the coral or the coral fans. And once it has stopped collecting, you'll see that in that short time, I got almost a stack of seagrass. Okay, so a good thing to do would maybe be to feed your seagrass into a composter that runs right into here. Also notice that your shears took quite a bit of damage from that short amount of time, whereas the pickaxe took absolutely no damage. Everything you need is in this shulker box here. These are building blocks. You'll need less than 2 stacks. This obsidian can be a building block instead, and this redstone lamp can be just a redstone conductive block instead, something to place your redstone on. And we're going to start with a redstone lantern. You can start with a regular block, it doesn't matter. I like to see when the farm is flashing and when it's not. Right here, lever locking it off. Go ahead and place our blocks like this. Down here, one over. We can break this one and that one. Come over with our repeater off of this lamp. This determines the speed of your farm. I like to leave mine around 2 or 3. Dust here and here with a torch on the back here. We'll go ahead and bring dirt here and here, and then 3 more out this way, so you have 5. Right here in the center, we're going to 2 temporary blocks, break that, place a dispenser facing right here into this. Break the temporary block. Next, we're going to wrap around the dirt with our block of choice. Right here on this block of choice, we are going to place a sign, and then we're going to continue to wrap this. Once we get to this point, I like to use obsidian. You really don't have to, but if you sit there and just hold the button in, you have to hold it in for a while to break that obsidian. And we're going to go ahead and bring this around one more time. Actually, we'll break these 2 now. And we will place a double chest right here like that with a hopper right here. and we will bring a line of blocks around this way. Bring this up one more. Do another like this, and then we'll bring this out one more here. I like to put glass here. This is going to stop the items from flowing out. And then we'll cover that up to here. Put a sign right there. Grab our blocks and cover this like so. Bring it back out this way. And then we'll do this. Put a block here and a block here. One more here. Next we're going to come around. Place temporary blocks in right here. Actually, before we put the temporary blocks, okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to place water in these 5 blocks and then temporary blocks in these 5 blocks. Then we're going to turn around with signs. We're going to place 5 signs along these blocks. And then we're going to grab water. We'll place water along these 5. Break our temporary blocks and place a source block of water inside of each of these. And then come over here, place a source block of water right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cover this guy up with a ceiling. You really don't need to do this part. I do this so that anyone flying by throwing items out of their inventory can't just make them collect down here in my chest. And at this point, I believe we are about done. There is one more optional piece that you can put in here if you really want to. If you're getting seagrass, you can go ahead and place a hopper right there with a composter down into it, and then a hopper right there, and then a chest right there. And then any seagrass you're grabbing out of here, you can then run over and throw it back in there. You're not going to get, you're not going to get a lot out of that, but every little bit helps at the beginning of the game. Now I have but to place in my bone meal, come over here, put it in survival, break out my tool, turn the clock on, and start going to town. Alright, so if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, it's been real.